Howdy y'all, I hope you guys are all doing well, I hope you guys are safe, and I hope you guys are healthy. My name is Josh, and I like clothes. Today I'm bringing you guys a review of a shoe. It's going to be about the Rick Owens and Converse collaboration, the Turbo Weapon. So, giving you guys just a little bit of backstory behind exactly what this is, the Converse Turbo Weapon was actually a shoe that originally came out in the 80s, and it was a basketball shoe, and it was the signature shoe of Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. So, originally a basketball shoe, they came and reiterated it in, I don't know, fairly recently I guess, somewhere in the 2000s, 2010s, somewhere they decided to bring it back and bring back the Converse Weapon. However, they decided to make it a whole lot sleeker and just, in their eyes, make it more modern, which Rick Owens decided to go the complete opposite direction and take a sportswear classic and make it something that is more avant-garde, inject his own little DNA into the Converse Weapon and make a shoe that is very reminiscent of a lot of other Rick Owens footwear. And I know that a lot of people are really not a huge fan of this shoe, and especially a lot of Rick collectors are not a huge fan of this shoe. But I am. They personally look a whole lot better on feet, and I'll show you guys multiple different silhouettes of pants and show you guys exactly how I would wear them. Before I fully get into it, I ordered it August 31st at 7 a.m. exactly. I set my alarms. I usually sleep during the day, but I set my alarms and I wanted to make sure that I got a pair because right off the bat I really like them. And one of the biggest buys for me, or one of the biggest things that I loved about it, was that it retailed for a really reasonable price. $200 for a pair of Rick Owens associated shoes is super cheap. And so for me it was a no-brainer because I am such a huge fan of Rick Owens. Of course, this is the second, maybe third shoe that has come out in the Rick Owens Converse collaboration. He did a Converse All-Star, which is the Turbo Dark. Those with an extended tongue and then squared off toe cap definitely were really interesting. However, not really my cup of tea, unfortunately. Very slim shoe, not so slim guy. Didn't really work out all that well. But for retailing for $200, the Converse Turbo Weapon, Rick Owens Converse Turbo Weapon, is a great buy and a great introductory shoe to anybody who's trying to get into Rick Owens footwear. And because it has such prominent design elements from past Rick Owens footwear. So, as I said earlier, ordered them August 31st at 7 a.m. and what really surprised me was that they shipped out the same day and I had them in hand, and I'm recording this video September 1st. Took less than 48 hours to actually get to my door, which is absolutely amazing. I think it is just the privilege of living in Las Vegas, where they shipped out from was somewhere in California, Southern California, so it wasn't very far, but to get to my house in less than 48 hours is already impressive to me. When you open the package, and I did a unboxing live on Instagram Live if you guys want to check that out, but the box has the Dark Shadow Converse logo right there. On the side of the box is just a embossed Converse right there. This is the tag. I got my true to size 9, and they actually fit beautifully. So, just some regular tissue paper on the inside. And the way they are presented is just like this. So this is the Converse Rick Owens Turbo Weapon. Really nice shoe, to be honest. The leather is super supple, super soft. I quite enjoy it. You see the main piece of branding up on the tongue. The tongue is extended, very reminiscent of a geobasket. And then you have this bottom, this sole. It's like almost a platform sole. It is so very thick, so very chunky, but I actually really like it. I usually wear wide pants nowadays, and wide pants in combination with a chunky shoe, match made in heaven. But a lot of Rick Owens things are styled with skinny shoes, very chunky skinny pants, very chunky shoes to kind of accentuate the exaggerated portions of the shoe. But to show you guys the little details, here is the Rick Owens Dark Shadow logo right there Obviously I showed you guys this. On the toe, there is actually perforated 2 pillars of perforations. That is very reminiscent of Dark Shadow branding. Usually Dark Shadow branding is just 2 stripes. On the other side, so right over here you see the regular Converse branding right over here. So the dual branding is actually really subtle, yet really cool and really apparent. On the bottom of the sole, you have a mixture, yet again, a mixture of 2 different brands. It is the Rick Owens kind of shark tooth sole. I don't know if you can kind of see it right there, but it kind of peeks out a little bit. So a lot of Ramones have these. The shark tooth sole gives it a really good solid amount of traction. And then you also have the cutouts that are right over here and right over here. And you gotta remember, this was a basketball shoe in the past, and so you gotta keep a couple of elements. So this right here is gonna be the Dark Shadow branding, and then this up here, right underneath the ball of your foot, is for added traction as well, and maneuverability on a court. They also came with white laces. I'll show you guys the white lace in just a second, but I'm not going to pull out the insole at this moment, but it does have Converse and Rick Owens Dark Shadow branding on there as well. So the 2 Rick Owens models that this actually reminds me of, this shoe is very reminiscent of, is when he did a collaboration with Adidas. He did I think it's called the Rick Owens Adidas Mastodon, which had a very, very exaggerated sole, almost exactly like the one that we have here. This one just has a couple of more paneling over here. But you can see from the front that the sole actually is just so wide compared to the actual shoe itself. And if I show you from the top, you get to see a little kind of like bumper area around the toe and around the entire shoe. Rick Owens loves his exaggerated soles, and this just keeps up with that theme. The other shoe that this is very reminiscent of, as I mentioned earlier, this tongue goes way past the top of the shoe, and it is almost precisely like the Rick Owens geobasket. Now the geobasket is known for having that extended tongue. Compared to the geobasket, the turbo weapon is significantly shorter. Yeah, significantly shorter. So if you compare them side by side, boom, you can see that the geobasket is just that much taller than the turbo weapon itself. And as far as the geobasket goes, has a zipper on the side for easy access to get in. The turbo weapons do not. So exactly how is this shoe constructed? It has the upper construction of the turbo weapon. This whole upper is basically what a turbo weapon. It is exactly what the Converse weapon was. However, the sole was exaggerated and made chunky, and the tongue was extended with the dual branding. Now, one thing about these shoes that I was a little torn about, I'm still not 100% sure about. Feel free to leave it in the comments below, but I do not know whether I like the white laces or the black laces more. Let's see if I can get the lighting right on these. I think they both look really good. This one looks a whole lot more sporty. This one looks more kind of subdued and more like a boot. So I'm not sure which one I'm gonna go with. We shall see. But as far as styling, I think that this works just really, really well in most people's wardrobes. Yeah, a lot of people would say this is a very, very tame shoe for Rick Owens. I think the only more tame, quote-unquote tame shoe that he's come out with is probably like the Birkenstock Arizonas or Bostons, or maybe the Ramones, or just kind of like a chunky Converse. But it's funny because the Rick Owens Ramones are a chunky Converse, and now you see him doing collaborations with Converse. And so it's kind of funny to see. I actually do have a pair of Ramones. Let me just pull those out real quick. And this is a great opportunity to show you that these also have the shark tooth sole, where you can kind of see that right there. But yeah, the Rick Owens Ramones have been having such a huge, huge moment in fashion right now, or at least in street fashion. A lot of people on TikTok happen to be wearing them, which is kind of weird to me. But the Rick Owens Ramones, already very iconic in themselves. Now these, I don't think that these really kind of make that same statement, or I don't think they're as iconic as the Rick Owens Ramones. However, if you are somebody who really is interested in getting into Rick Owens, this is one of the best bridging silhouettes, not only because it looks very much like just a regular sneaker, high top sneaker, but because the price point, or the retail price point at least, I'm not sure what resale is going to be, but the retail price point is so affordable compared to other Rick Owens pieces. Getting a pair of Ramones is going to cost you maybe, I don't know, depending on if it's mainline or dark shadow or whatever material it's made out of, it'll run you anywhere from like maybe $350 to $500 something, maybe more for the high top versions. So a lot of people can find that very inaccessible, whereas this, you get the same oversized chunky look and you're not paying a pretty penny. So if you really want to dip your feet in the world of Rick Owens footwear, I would very highly suggest the Rick Owens Converse Turbo Weapon. I really enjoy them. I'll go ahead and show you guys a couple of ways that I wear them, or that I'm going to wear them with different silhouettes of pants. Let me know what you guys think about these shoes. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I'm really happy to be making videos again, honestly. So let me know what you guys think. Do you like black laces or the white laces on here? Did I miss anything? Is there anything that I got wrong? Feel free to put that in the comments down below. Follow me on @wears_galdo on Instagram and my mood board page at garment dye. Appreciate y'all. See y'all in the next one. Have a good one.